I've known some girls that the eating disorder started in college. And it usually starts from the stress.
Because at first I thought, well, I can stop doing this whenever I want. It's not a big deal.
I felt this sense of control, I felt power, I felt better than you because you were eating and I wasn't.
I don't think you can ever understand an eating disorder. I truly believe this until you have it.
When you're eating, you're just like a machine, like you aren't really thinking or feeling, you're just doing it. I mean, I don't remember exactly when I started binging, but I remember the first food I binged on a lot was peanut butter.
When I was 13 is when I kind of started to be more aware of exactly like what my body looked like. Like when I was in middle school, I didn't really think about it in any sort of way. I just was like, I thought I was actually really attractive in middle school, which is really weird. But the summer before freshman year, I started to kind of think like, I'm so tall, I'm so like fat, everyone's so much tinier and petite, and like it started to bother me a lot more. December of maybe like my freshman year, I started to think that like my face was getting fatter. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gaining so much weight, like I can't do this anymore. So that sounds like I'm gonna be so healthy. And I mean, like my list of food that were okay just got smaller and smaller. Like I couldn't eat peanut butter anymore. I couldn't eat cereal because of milk. I couldn't eat, and then every day it would get smaller and smaller. After like 4 months, I had lost maybe 55 pounds. Literally, my mom and I would have fights where I would sit with like a yogurt, like a low-fat 80-calorie yogurt, and she'd be like, you cannot leave till you eat this, and we actually slept at the kitchen table. I wasn't allowed to work out, but I would like spend hours in my room literally running in circles. I had doctor appointments every day. I had psychiatrists, psychologists. Food was the enemy. My family was the enemy. Anyone that wanted me to eat food was the enemy. My whole life had been lost to this disease. Or like the doctors told me there's no way I would live to be 16. And nothing really triggered me to change, but I just woke up one morning and I was like, I have so much like that I want to do with my life, so I need to decide if food is worth like losing all of that. I had a support system, and I had my family, and I had my friends, and it really helped me. And so a few months went by, and like I just ate without control. Like I was eating 15,000 calories a day. Like food had been like the enemy, and that was the medicine kind of things. So since coming to college, it's been a lot harder than I would have imagined. Like if someone struggled with an eating disorder, hearing someone be like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have eaten that piece of bread, like I'm so fat now, is actually really triggering and really hard. It's also hard because there's so much more food here, so of course you're gonna eat more, and then you feel like you've gained weight even if you haven't. So it's definitely a harder environment than I was expecting. But then I just have to remind myself that it's not important, like it doesn't matter, you just need to eat till you're full, and like it doesn't matter what the calories are in the food.
If their appetite takes over and they have a binge, then they can start purging because they don't want to gain weight.
I got those comments that, oh, you look so good, and so that, fuels the eating disorder, and, no one knew that I was, either starving myself during the day, and then if I would eat, I would throw up.
So it's always that mindset that if I lose weight, then everything will be okay.
Because to them it was, kind of just eat. It's not gonna kill you, and to me it felt like it was.
Bulimics very often have other behaviors besides purging.
I obsessed over food.
When I'm in my disease, I don't have a choice. I am a slave to my eating disorder.